What's happening? What's going on there, Jay?
Hey, Tony.
So I'm not the first one, am I?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Was I the first one to log on?
Yep,
Man.
right behind you.
Oh.
Hey, Delos.
What's up? What's up, boss?
Hey, D. You at the lake? You at the lake, Delos?
Yeah, I guess it's volume. Probably can't hear us.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jeanette, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you now.
All righty.
You at the lake?
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna take the screen out there so y'all can see the view.
Oh, must be nice.
Oh, man.
All righty. So there go the wife right here. She's sitting out here.
Hey, Jamil.
Hey, man.
I can't wait to see y'all in November. Y'all going, Tony?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we switch. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. Evelyn can't make it. That's her peak season, so it'll probably just be me. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here go mother-in-law.
Hey.
Hey, girl. How you doing?
Hey.
Good. How y'all doing?
Hey,
Oh,
Jeanette.
it looks good.
They out there watching TV. They watching TV out here on the deck. Got the, this they view right here.
Oh,
Man.
oh, man. My first view of water.
Oh, Lord. I didn't see that big yacht parked out back there.
Nah. We still in the boat rental stage.
The boat rental, huh? Not even a little canoe, huh?
Yeah.
Nah,
not yet. I've been getting Gerald didn't get to see it. Let me run Gerald back out here.
Oh, yeah. Don't be a hater now, Gerald.
Way down at the lake somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, Uncle Gerald.
Yo, what's up, Jamil?
Hey, Gerald, they out here chilling out here on the deck. There go Milo.
What's up, Gerald?
What's up, Reese?
Hey, Gerald, they out here on the deck, man. Got the TV going and everything. They just got done grilling over there.
Oh man, looks incredible.
I bet you they got a drink in
man.
bet you they got a drink in the hand too, don't they?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, G, there go the view, G.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, they just out here enjoying life, man.
Is it screened in?
Not yet.
No,
Y'all not screened. Porch ain't screened in yet, is it?
That doesn't look like it, yeah.
Hey, Delo.
Yeah, it's screened in.
It's screened in.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's screened in.
Seeing like you guys get down there quite a bit.
Yeah. I always got something going on. I gotta put up a mother-in-law bought another fireplace I gotta hang on the wall, and I laid a floor out there. I gotta finish it up. So I had to bring my saw down here. And what else I gotta do? I gotta do.
Oh, yeah, it's always something.
There's something else I gotta do. Yeah, because I'm going over Uncle Tyson's house tomorrow, man. Go spend the night with him since I'm down here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's what's up. How far is Tyson from there?
Yeah, here about 40 minutes.
About 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck.
So,
Hey,
what's up?
What's up?
I'm gonna go down there and hang out with him and spend the night Friday and come on back at to Saturday afternoon, whatever.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm sure he'll enjoy your company.
Yeah.
So
Hey, was this the week everybody was supposed to join, G?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, let's talk to my brother Billy. He's out in the garage doing something to his car radio. So he said he forgot.
Okay, and Dennis called me and said he wasn't gonna be able to make it. He getting something done. Somebody making him something. He went somewhere.
Mm. So I see Nicola's groundbreaking today didn't influence the stock any.
Woo.
Not yet, anyway.
I didn't even see it. Did it go down?
Yeah, it's at 34 or 33.
Yeah, it went down.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me go take a peek.
Well, yeah, the groundbreaking was today, and I didn't read the full article and stuff, but it seemed like quite a few people were there that were invited. So
Yeah, I watched the he put the streaming up on his IG, his Instagram. It's in the story. It's in the story.
Yeah. Sounds like they got 430 acres. I think I read articles say they had 430 acres, and I forgot how big the facility is going to be, and I guess they're going to have two shifts, and
what's interesting is, I've never seen it from this perspective, watching a company just be birthed.
Yeah.
And he's very active on Twitter and social media, so
yeah.
he's always dealing with the naysayers, man, and it's hilarious, dude, because there's some haters out there.
Yeah, I saw the text or the information you put out. I read all that. Man, yeah, it's a lot of those Tesla folks and stuff. Yeah, but after you look at it, like Dallas was saying, it didn't check any of his boxes. But if you look at it, I mean, they've got money, but no product and starting from no fueling stations, no factory. They haven't picked who they're gonna go with, to help them and stuff.
And he doing this in an environment where we can't even get aluminum. I can't even get 12-pack of canned beer by my house because they said that the distributor having trouble getting aluminum. So if you can't get aluminum cans for beer, I'm having a hard time figuring out that he gonna have material to build all these vehicles. Yeah. That was the reason why that was part of the reason why Tesla. Everybody found that they beat those numbers, and that's why it was so impressive, because the material shortage, he did all that in spite of the material shortage. So I'm kind of, I wouldn't say that I'm leery, right? I would say that I would definitely do leaps in it.
Like I say, it's going to affect the other companies they're working with, the supplying of him his materials and stuff. Yeah, they're going to be affected by the virus. So, yeah, the other companies and stuff. So,
yeah,
yes, it's going to be interesting to see.
I'm gonna move into this living room and see if my connection gets any better.
Doug, where you at?
At the Firestone, man, trying to get my my tires done, man. I had a blowout when I was driving in my truck on the highway, and then I got a leak in the front passenger side, so I think the rim got bent. So I got to go find me a rim somewhere.
Boy, you be moving around like there ain't no COVID out there. You better slow down. That man, that ain't everything.
Hey, Chuck, was you out racing again?
I got the mask on, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I told you to stop all that racing, Chuck.
Man, I can't, man.
You ain't got where your gloves at. You don't have no gloves, man.
I hope you did.
Yeah.
Hey, I think y'all other people, man, I think that they think that it's next week or something.
I don't know, bro. I sent that text out.
Yeah, I got the text and stuff. Yeah, and there's about 19 people.
Yeah, that's amazing. Ain't nobody on here, dude.
Wow.
hey, G, not
Probably because
one.
it's so early.
One.
Probably because it's so early, though, man.
I bet you they think it's an hour from now.
I'll probably.
Wow.
I said, look at the text. Y'all got it.
Yeah.
Said Eastern.
Yeah.
They used to the
Uh-huh.
they used to the 8 o'clock.
Oh Lord.
Daytime. They're gonna be logging on.
I know. Yeah.
They're gonna be logging on when we get off.
Oh man.
Hey, so
Now.
I did want to talk over
Della,
I am gonna get it. Huh?
I had a quick question. I don't know. I'll let you go first.
Okay.
You want me to go with it? It's a quick question.
Yeah.
That CRZ that merged with ERI. I know I talked to Chuck the other day about that. I saw the numbers, like Chuck, the numbers didn't change. I went in again. Like say closer at the money, all the premiums are $50, $70. Then once you go further back, 15, 20 back, they're $4, $3.50, they're higher. So is that normal?
Let me go in and see what you're looking at now. Hold on.
What happened to ERI, man? Because nothing been going on.
They merged with this
They merged
company,
with
Caesars.
Yeah.
Caesars International.
So they under which symbol they under then?
CZR.
CZR.
Yep.
Oh, no wonder. Shit.
Well, mine too. On my watch list, ERI had took all the numbers out and had invalid stock. So that's how I knew.
Hey, I think I'm gonna come back to this, but I think I want to share something with you all right quick. So, I was only gonna do this with the start 5 because I feel comfortable that you all have the. Never mind.
I think this is my brother. my brother coming on now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, has anybody ever heard of a brokerage link through your 401k?
A broker's link.
Brokerage link? So like if you have a 401k, you know that you can trade options through your 401k using your brokerage link.
No.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so
I have to look for mine then.
I can show you mine right now if y'all want to see it.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay. And it's through Fidelity, right? So basically you can go in.
You got Fidelity.
You can go in and if I do let me see here, accounts, let me see, find position in all accounts. If I go here, nope. Let me do this. So basically, you can take your 401k and transfer. Say you only want to use 50,000, right? That's what I suggest. You're not using all your cash. You only want to take 50 and use it, because when COVID hit, it not only affected the options market, it affected your 401k too. But with your 401k, you kind of just stuck in whatever fund it is, because you have no way of moving anything. Like, and some people say, well, don't move it, don't take it out, because when the market, I'm gonna stop saying when the market come back, I'm gonna start using the word retrace. When the market retraces steps,
right,
then your 401k will come back to where it was. So basically, you can fill it out. It's called brokerage link. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna log into a Fidelity account right now, show you step by step exactly how to do it. And like I said, if you got 250,000, you only want to use 50,000 of it, you can trade options with TD Ameritrade and through your 401k money that you're contributing to every 2 weeks when you get paid. So let me show you this. Just gonna log into fidelity.net. Actually, if you got Fidelity account, they call it 401k.com. What? Okay. All right, sorry about that. So you go to 401k.com. And this was just another way for people to jumpstart some of their accounts. As long as they stay within the guardrails and don't get too crazy, but here we go. All right, let me see here. When you log into your 401k, basically it'll ask you, and it may not ask me since I have one, but you go to this quick links. So you can just go. So you'll have like whatever 401k, right? You just hit this. And basically it's called brokerage link. When you hit that brokerage link, it's spinning. It'll take you over and it'll ask you if you want to transfer money from a different account to your brokerage link, or to ask you if you want to open up a brokerage link. So basically in your 401k plan, your job offers you the ability to trade your own money. So if you want to trade a portion of your own cash, there's a way that you can do it just simply by going through brokerage link. I suggest if you have a large sum of money, don't use it all. Continue your 401k as usual, BAU. But if you want to take you 40 grand and grab you 200 shares of bond while it says 176, I suggest that you do that too. I'm a fan of that. But the options chain, the concept of trading is the same as it is with TD Ameritrade. It's just a Fidelity format. The screen looks a little different, but the concept is still the same. So anybody that want a cash infusion and didn't ever think that they can take any of that 401k money and use it, you can. I suggest that you don't use it all. You just use a portion of it. And continue your 401k contributions as you have them today, but just take you 20 or 30,000 and trade with it on your own, and just see how you stack up compared to the mutual funds that they have you in versus to what you've been taught and what you know now, and see who makes the most money in the year. Have a little competition with yourself. Your mutual fund. Go ahead, G.
I got Fidelity too. I'm right there in Fidelity.
Yeah, so when you get in Fidelity, G, basically you just go to brokerage link. And when you hit brokerage link, all it is going to do is ask you just a host of questions where you want to transfer your funds from. You go through all the prompts and it takes you right there. And then you'll have your 401k, and then you'll have your brokerage link. And basically you're just taking a few dollars from your 401k and using it in your brokerage link. Basically, you're just setting up a trading account within Fidelity using your own money. That's clear?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, I know, Tony, is that your brother that just joined?
Yeah. That's him.
What's his name?
Yeah,
What's up, Bill?
What's up, man?
Oh, you hear us?
Yeah.
Is that Bill?
Yeah.
Hey, Bill. Hey, excuse me. I got to start learning names, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Delos.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Just call him Sam.
So, I just want to, I was going to take today, and I had in my mind, right? I didn't prepare for the starting five, but I was going to take today to kind of level set. I did want to let the starting five know about that brokerage link. So if you all want to use brokerage link to leverage some more cash for yourself and just have a friendly competition with yourself, see what the mutual funds do versus what you know how to do now, and see what happens at the end of the year. Have fun with it. So now that we're going to start incorporating some of the other group team members, I was going to kind of have a level set, right? So just basically going out there and saying, hey, so I know that there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people sending text and ideas of what they're trading in and stuff that they're having success in and all of that, which is good. Hold on one second. I know that background noise messing y'all up. All right. So I know that a lot of you are sending emails and text and all that stuff, right? Which is good. But I did want to show everybody where to go get a full list of every option that's being traded on the option market. So I know I went through this early on. I don't know if how many of the starting five remember when I did this little demonstration. Hello, Sabrina.
Hi. Sorry, I didn't have the camera on.
Oh, nope. I'll share some with you that I just shared with the group, but I'm not gonna go back to bore them again. So I'll tell you about the brokerage link a little later. What's up, Brad?
I was on for that. I saw that.
Okay, so did you hear that?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay, cool. All right, so early on, I did this little demonstration, and I'm not sure if anybody remembers, but I'll do it again right here in front of you. Basically, you don't have to search. You can run screeners. Everybody familiar with that word, screeners? Basically, you can run a screener on a TD Ameritrade to figure out.
You're still sharing your the other screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do here is pull up I had it open. Okay, here it is. So can everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So all this is a list. This is a list of stocks right off of the SIBO website. This is the weekly options. This is every stock and ETF that has a weekly that you can trade options against, basically a weekly option. So early on, I grabbed this whole list, right? Because when you download this from the SIBO website, they don't have any dollar amounts or any history, anything, right? So what I did was I copied and pasted this entire list. It's pretty simple. I'm just scrolling down, but I already got it copied and pasted. I'm just going to copy this. And there's this website that I used to use back when I was trying to teach myself. Hold on. And it was financial. It's called FinViz, FINVIZ, but it stands for financial visualization. I used to use this because the way that it was set up, it would give me everything I needed, right? So I became a big fan of the screener, setting screens up, and this is how I would find certain stocks, right? And I used to spend hours and hours and hours just researching and trying to hone my craft a little bit. I took that list from the SIBO, right? Because I wanted to get all the noise out the system, right? There's over 10,000 plus stocks, and I was just like, man, this is it was kind of complicated, confusing to kind of understand which stocks were good companies, which stocks did options. So you kind of get lost, but I went straight to the source. The SIBO is the source for options. No, I don't care what planet you live on. So I went there, they had the chart, right? They said, oh, here's the whole list of all the weekly options. And I don't know if anybody remember me doing this, but I came to this FinViz website and I populated right here in this ticker all of that information that I had just copied and pasted out of that worksheet. And all I want to do is just hit enter right here, and it's going to change this screen right here. So now on this screen, I have every ticker that trades a weekly option all on one page. with all of the history and the current prices. Does everybody saw how I just done that?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Mhm.
And so when I had a small amount of money, right, somebody would say, I would go, well, I don't have enough cash to do Disney or Roku or any of that at the time. So I would come here, and if once you populate this, then just come over to this price button. And well, I already did it. That's why I put it in this order. Let me see if it'll scramble it. Okay, yeah. All right. So basically what I did, because of my money situation, I just basically came here and I was looking for, it put all the prices in order. So the current stock prices are all in order, right? So if I'm looking for a $5 stock or a $10 stock, something to get some options in, I know I'm in the right arena because this is the list of weekly options from the SIBO, right? So I don't have to go researching if these are option tradable. We know that because of where we got the list.
Right.
2, I can trade options based on my prices because my account may not be the same as Sabrina's or the same as Gerald's and so on and so forth. Everybody going to have a different amount of capital that they're trading with, but this gives everybody the same opportunity to put their training into effect. And so I wanted to show this to the entire group that was coming over, and I may do this again, seeing that we got some folks that may have gotten the time wrong or the date wrong or whatever. But I wanted to show this again because I kind of wanted to use today to level set, get everybody from that other group up to speed on where we are, but just back to the fundamentals, right? Like, and I wanted to talk about having patience. In one of the classes that I did take, basically they talked about staring at people staring at their account balances every day. And so the teacher would say, do you go get a financial appraisal on your home every day and see what you made from day to day? Probably not. So in most cases where patients come in at, when we have the access that we have, we got these phones, everybody looking at the market. I mean, people are panicking and running and making all these decisions. That comes like they say, if you haven't lost a few dollars, then you're not learning anything. So if you lost a few dollars, then you're learning because you didn't lose the money. You didn't lose any money because the stock market made you lose money. You lost money because you were frightened by what you saw. The stock market never went anywhere. You can't lose a dime until the stock market says we're closing up for good and we're taking your money with us. The only way you can lose is if you make a rational decision and get out of something that, if you understood the basics, if you go back and watch video number 1, you'll completely understand. But a lot of people they're making decisions. I can tell from some of the text. I can tell from some of the people that have stopped calling me that they probably then fell out the canoe. You know what I mean? So I say,
flashing around in the water. Sabrina, why you laughing so hard?
I think it's funny. Whole nother canoe.
Yeah. And so all I say is, as long as the stock market is there, as long as you stick to the fundamental analysis that you were taught in the beginning, as long as you stay within those guardrails, you really don't have a problem. Like when somebody say Nicola, right? And then you hear the guy who owns the company say Nicola.
Nicola, yep.
You don't even have the name right, so you should be invested in Nicola at all. At least learn the name. You know what I mean? So when I say stay within the guardrails, I was just going to use this meeting to kind of like mold the dough. So the dough is the dough, but some people got a calzone. Some people actually made a pizza. Some people got pizza rolls. You know what I mean?
Some people got hot pockets in this.
Some people got hot pockets. But the assignment was to make a pizza. So how do you end up with a calzone or pizza rolls or a hot pocket? So I'm just saying, stay within the guardrails, right? And so like there are things that Gerald and Chuck and Tony that we probably need to set up. I know that I don't know what the average account balances are, but I would say we'll roughly say what, $10,000. So what I was gonna do is maybe shoot out some texts every Monday of some things that I'll probably start investing in myself to kind of help people make some better decisions. Just look at them. You know, you don't have to take them to heart. They're just suggestions, not mandatory. Not mandatory, but just something that you can to give a person a starting point to kind of just help along. And like I said, we just stay in learning mode, like including myself. I don't know everything. I know how to lose money. I definitely know that. And that's how I got better at not losing money. But if you lose a few dollars, that's only because you're learning, not because you know everything, obviously. So if you just stay in a learning environment, a learning atmosphere, and be open, be receptive to training. That's why I was encouraging. I know that the Vegas trip got canceled, but if they are, I didn't email Kathy back, by the way, I did not. But if there's a way for everybody to get on that virtual training, I suggest that you get on and take notes. And hopefully those that were not going to make the August trip anyway, maybe they now have the opportunity and will have done enough to maybe go to the November meeting. If we send that invitation out to them, Gerald, I don't know if most of them were probably too new to go down to Vegas in August anyway. But now that it's moved to November, we probably got a few more people we can send that invite out to, because they'll probably be ready to go.
Yeah.
So does anybody need me to go over the transfer of stock tickers to this financial visualization? Nope. Everybody got that?
It's some new people that signed in.
Who we got? Obasi?
Yeah, Angela.
What's up, y'all?
We just prayed over the food.
Okay. Well, glad you can join us.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. I thought it said 7:30, so I'm on Eastern time. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah. So I'll just do that one more time, guys, if you don't mind. Just let's just do it.
Yeah.
All righty. So, who's that? Angela? Okay, Angela Obasi. Typically, basically, when I started out, right, I didn't know which options were tradable, which stocks were tradable, and so I was kind of lost in the sauce a little bit. So, after going to TD Ameritrade and doing going through the research and ideas, I would run these screeners all the time, but I would find out that running those screeners, I would pick stocks and they didn't have options, or, I was kind of confused. So I was suggested to go to the SIBO, straight to the source where the lists are provided. So I basically would go here, download the weekly list from the SIBO. But I had already had my little spreadsheet up. So typically I downloaded the list. It shows up in an Excel format like this. I then take this list and I will copy and paste it. And I will go to the financial visualization. Where does it go? Oh, here we go. And I will basically simply copy and paste that into this browser hit the enter key, and that would allow me to get all of the ticker symbols right here, which I'll just do right now, so they'll pop up. All right, so, and what that allowed me to do was, now I know all of these stocks are being traded on the options market. Then what I would do after that was come over, because my account was in between, I would say 5 and 15,000. I would come over here so I can get the prices of some things that I can pretty much capitalize on. And then I would do my fundamental analysis from those 5 and make my trades based on that information. So I just wanted to show everybody how you can get a full list of every stock that's traded as a weekly option, and you can basically get the pricing in a correlated manner to that. You don't have to go searching through a whole mound of stuff. You can kind of simplify it for yourself and go from there. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Is that everybody clear on that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, cool. So what I wanted to show you here, kind of spin off of what we just talked about, on your TD Ameritrade desktop account, if you go to research and ideas, the word that I want everybody to use here is screeners. So this word right here is just what I did on this page right here. It's the same thing. At the top of this page, I got to move you all around here. Sorry. They have all kind of news feeds, all these different tabs, right? But at the top of there, they have this screener tab, and that's the tab that you want to populate those stock symbols in. Mm-hmm. And it's the same word. So I try to use words that are being used no matter where you are. That way you get familiar with the terms, and a person can't out-talk you because you know what a screener is, right? Because it's being used every week, week in and week out. So we just stick to the language that we see. Some people got slang names for stuff. I just try to use it that you can follow. So even on the TD Ameritrade platform, if you go to research and ideas and you go to screeners, don't go to options, because what it's going to do is give you suggestions on stuff. You're not looking for suggestions on their options. You just want to know the stocks, right? So you'll go here, and I just make this a habit. You know how you wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth and wash your face? Yeah. Hopefully. All right. Same thing. Same thing here. When I log into TD Ameritrade, I typically go do the same thing day in and day out. I don't, I want to go right to where I need to see. And so I just practice good behavior. So basically when you get to this screen, there's a lot of stuff, right? Like, and you don't need to get lost in the weeds. And over time, you'll start diving into all this stuff, right? But just getting going, you basically just want to create your own screen. And when you create your own screen, right, another thing, you come in and you don't have to know what all this stuff means, right? You don't have to be smarter than the guy that wrote the program, okay?
Right.
So basically, you just want to come in. I'm just looking for price. So I'm going to start it off. So it's like we're going to bake a cake right in front of your face, right? We're going to start off with the batter. We're going to add the egg, then the milk, then the salt, then whatever else that goes in it, then the 7-Up and all that stuff, right? And then we got to bake it at a certain temperature. So it's no different, right? And if we use the same ingredients, the product in the oven should come out the same. Now, if your product coming out looking like hot water cornbread, you probably skipped some steps. So what I want to say is, you want to start with the price, right? You want to say, hey, I only got so much capital, right? So there's no sense of me looking at Amazon stock at all, like, first off. So you just say, I want to get the current price. And when you hit that current price button, you're going to get 11,887 matches. And then you be like, well, I don't have 5 years to sort through that, right? So I'm just need to get to where I'm going. So you're going to add the eggs, right? So you say, okay, well, I got 9,000. I may want to do 3 contracts, 3,000 a piece. So I only want to look at stocks in between $20 and $30. Then this number changed. Now I'm down to 944 matches, right? So now I got that in. I got to add a couple more ingredients. Then a person may say, you know what? If all else fail, I would like a dividend for my time. You say, okay, cool. let's go get the eggs out the refrigerator, and we say, hey, we're gonna add a dividend yield. And then you say, well, okay, we got that up there now. What's my percentage point? What I want to collect for my money? Do I want 2%? Well, it's 1% more than the bank was giving you before you started option trading. So I want a little bit more than that. So you say, hey, I want to find something that's giving out 5 to 8%. You hit that, we down to 202 matches. So now we got 202 stocks, and these are the criteria, right? So it's in between $20 and $30. I get a 5 to 8% dividend, and I can go from there. So then you say, well, hey, let me see. And we'll talk about some of these moving averages. There's a bunch of them here, but we only need to know a few. I think our favorite is the RSI. That's the one that we kind of roll with, this RSI, the Relative Strength Index.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Say you want to see, where'd it go? Say you wanted to see what the ratings are. So you want to go, so I got the price in between $20 and $30. I got a 5 to 8% cash dividend on my money, and I want the stock to be at least a 4-star stock. Well, 4 stars drop you down to 4 matches, but we do got 4 we can pick from, right? And so everything I just did right there is basically an analysis, right? It's a fundamental, very basic analysis just to get you on the right track, right? So now we know we got a company, it pays a dividend, and it's rated 4 stars. So let's see what 4 stocks they are. So the one that's most familiar with everybody is probably AT&T. So you go and you say, hey, well, let's see if AT&T pays, what do AT&T pay for option? So we're going to type the letter, we're going to type the symbol. Oh, and if you hit this C complete table, you see how this is all broke up, right? Like the name of the company is up here and the prices are down here. You're like, okay, what prices with what? If you hit this C complete table, it'll match that up. Can everybody see that what just popped up there?
Yes.
So it will align it for you right there. But these screeners are important. I suggest that when you're doing your due diligence, go create you a screener. Go look at everything that you're looking for that meets your trading criteria, because your trading criteria may not match maybe the instructor or whoever else is teaching. Whatever you learn, it might not match. You just want the concept. You just want to be able to know where to go and how to get the information you want. Or you're going to be trading stock for stock with everything that I'm doing? Absolutely not. Will I be doing that with you all? Absolutely not. But will everybody be able to, if everybody that heard my voice had to do this and for another person, would you be able to do it? If the answer is yes, then I'm doing my job.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna hit the letter T, right? Everybody know AT&T. So, and what I'll point out here, when you look at companies that pay a dividend, most of them don't have a whole lot of stock movement in price. So they kind of hover around the same. So there's not a real, there's investment activity, but there's probably not going to be a whole lot of option activity. And I'll go in here and I'll show you. And this is a strategy for some people. Can everybody see that options chart?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So we know that they pay a dividend.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they're in between $20 and $30. And we know that from pulling up an options chart, they sell options. So anybody that's looking for a good, safe, don't have to run every Thursday afternoon stock, here you go. It won't move a whole lot. It won't lose a whole lot. It's not going up it's not going to go up $10 like a Boeing or a Roku or a Netflix, but it also won't lose $10 like a Boeing or a Roku or a Netflix. This is a pretty much good, safe bet. Now, if you know that, hey, I'm going to be in this for about 6 months, right? you don't have to, if and you know you're going to collect in a 6-month period, I'm going to collect at least 2 dividend payments. Hopefully I can get the first and second quarter payment, or in this case, we looking at third and fourth quarter payment. We know that we'll go back to what size dividend they do pay, but we'll get back to that. So in this strategy right here, if I got $3,000, right, and I'm looking to maybe do something and make it very profitable, I may come out here to October, right? Let's see, October. For what it's worth, I'll come out here and let them pay me $113, or if I'm on the call side, I'll let them pay me the $120 and collect 2 dividend payments in a 85-day period. Somebody, because you all have been spoiled, $200 a week, and you go, Delos, are you crazy? Or Delos, you've been drinking, man, 85 days to expiration? The problem is, when I say this, most people do this with 10 contracts, and they'll collect in an 85-day period. If you add up 10 contracts times the 120 plus 2 dividend payments times 10, this is you're probably looking at a $3,000 investment for your 85 days. So it's how you look at it, right? It's not, you won't have to run. You don't have to check on it every week. And October the 16th, it's all over. But you collect your dividend payments and your premiums, and you move on to something else. But this is just one side of the house, right? We got a 3-bedroom house. This is just one of your bedrooms, and this is just one of your tools in your toolbox. So you don't have to always collect a weekly premium to be successful, because the overall goal, right, is to make more money today. Make more money tomorrow than you have today. It's not let's make more money by Friday than I had on Monday. You can look at it that way, but some people don't even go in to place option trades until Tuesday and Wednesday. Some people, you have some people out there that only place their option trade on Friday. So to give you all history of, and I said this last week, and I'll say it again. When they first came out with option trading, it was trading every 3 months. As the more people came into the market, it became trading every month. So it went from a 3-month options trade to a monthly options trade. And now that the market is just so saturated with investors, it's down to a weekly. People that go in on Friday and make options trades basically created their own 1-day option trading. People that go in on Wednesday are just creating their own day, their own 3-day options trading. People that like weeklies go in on Monday and take care of their business. So I suggest that you find out what works for you. You know how to do it, right? You know what buttons to push. You know how to do a fundamental analysis. There should be nothing to be afraid of in the homework. Now, if you are one of those people that you trade off of tweets from Donald Trump, then you probably won't have any of your money left in a few months. You probably drop yourself from this call because you took what you wanted out of it and you dove off the cliff. Yeah. So the person that dove off the cliff forgot to take the skyscraper. We was going to get to that point where I was going to hand those out, but he dove off without his wing glider, and you splat. That's what happens. So, and the reason why I'm saying that, and I'm confident in knowing that you will splat, is because I've splatted like over 15 grand. Complete splat. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't have a teacher. Shit, I can't remember. I know how to log in. One time I couldn't even log in. And then they finally let me in, and I hit some buttons and shit. I was $5,000 broker. So I just say, hey, just pay attention. Pay attention to the buttons that you hit.
Right.
Some of us done got good with the phone. Some of us done got so good with the phone. We driving and trading at the same time. And we buying options and trading.
Yeah.
I just say, hey, Watch what and it's just Chuck kind of quiet. He rubbing on his ear. I think Chuck first couple weeks, Chuck had bought like some options that it didn't expire for like 300 days. I told Chuck we got to buy that back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chuck took the church's money, man, and bought some gravel with it. All right. So that's just one example, right? So we logged in, we ran a screener, we found a stock that we were familiar with. We can look right at the options chart and see an opportunity to gain. Now let's go back, right? Because I want to show you what you're gaining. So when you see this $2.08 annual dividend, annual dividend is to be divided into 4. And I'll show you right here. Another way to do it, if you go to the calendar under the, so every time you pull up a stock, you get all of these tabs. So 208, we already know that that's 52 cents, right? So I'm still gonna go show it to you though, so that you have good practice. So you go to calendar, and then your calendar, and this is somebody's strategy. Somebody's saying, hey, the X effective date is July the 9th. It just passed us up. If you had owned that 100 shares on that date, you would have received $52 along with the premium as well. So you can go and check. And so if anybody wants to know this X effective date, X dividend date, I wish they wouldn't say X dividend date. It's really the X effective date. The X effective date is the date that if you want the dividend on this pay date, then you have to own the stock through this date right here. So somebody may say, well, Delos, how long do I got to hold it? You have to hold this stock until July the 10th, and then you can get rid of it if you like. You only have to hold the stock through the date. Once that date has passed, you can sell that stock. So again, July the 10th, you wake up, you want no parts of this until the next dividend date. Go ahead and sell your shares on the market or sell a covered call. That's just one example. So I'm gonna do this. Back to and we could do so let's find one off of the screener we did on a whole nother platform. Let's go over here. Let's find us a stock. Let's see. These stocks are too low for my liking. I always at least try to get up over 20 bucks if I can. So I'm gonna go like page 3.
You're gonna need to go up 200.
Oh wow.
It's a lot of them.
Come on. Did I go too far?
Where?
Oh, let me back down. Right. Well, this.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Sabrina.
No, I was just saying because I took the list. My list was longer than yours. That's why I had to go so far in.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're fine.
Okay. Oh, you must have exported the list.
Yeah, I did.
Because you can, if you go down here, guys, you can export this entire list instead of going through the tabs. You can just blow this out onto one Excel spreadsheet. And speaking of spreadsheets, crap, we're gonna get to that. I just gotta put in my. I have Jeanette had created a spreadsheet because I wanted to talk about staying organized. Because that also helps out here. So let me show you, let's just pick one off of this list. Does everybody familiar with Five Below?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go look at Five Below. Let's see how Five Below is doing today. So Five Below is at currently trading at 109. The moving averages, right? I don't wanna bore your heads off. And like I said, there are so many moving averages So moving averages are just indicators that people use to kind of figure out the direction of the market, right? So everybody understand that part? That's all a moving average is. And so we kind of talked through this a little bit, and I think my page is still set up. So the RSI, does everybody see this? It says overbought and oversold. All right. So currently today, if something is oversold, typically the market will rebound and it will become overbought. Does everybody see these trends? So oversold, then it's overbought, then it trickles down to oversold, and that's all the market does. It does this all the time. So currently, Five Below is what? Five Below is oversold. Overbought. Sorry. I was just making sure everybody was woke. All right. So now that it's overbought, I am going to ask Sabrina, where do you think the stock is heading now?
It should move towards oversold.
And if it moves towards oversold, the possibility of the price going down is very high.
Very likely.
Very likely, absolutely. So we use these moving averages to kind of make a decision. And so before I do any trading, I go back to the basics because that's what got me here. And I would say I still use the RSI every day. I use it every time before I place a trade. I never try to outthink myself, outsmart myself. These tools are here so that I don't have to outthink myself. They're already here, populated. Somebody else is doing a wonderful job of keeping this stuff updated. And so I use it. I use it every day. I don't make a trade without using it. I look at these charts. So if you look at this here, everybody should know, and I hope that Chuck was using that term. This is the COVID dip. Does everybody agree what happened here in March? So they were up, so Five Below was up above 120 before all of that happened. Not sure what this little activity here was, but it probably was the beginning of something. But they were currently trading over 120. So let's just go see. Let's just go see what the options got for us. So somebody may say, hey, well, not bad. Not bad. And when you see these type of options, this is what spoiled the starting five right here. That team there, I'm telling you, they was throwing backwards alley-oops last month. And then when Chuck broke the damn hoop, and now we've got to practice bounce passing again because we don't have a goal. And I try to say, listen.
I got to break the hoop, man.
So last month, I think most of everybody that was trading, man, was making $4,000, $5,000, some made $6,000 last month. And then this month, these prima donnas get on the call saying 2,000. I'm only gonna make about 2,000 this month, and I'm thinking, boy, I tell you, I ain't even gonna say black people. Black people want $2,000 a month. These some other kind of folk here.
Stay humble.
Yeah. But it's coming back, right? So you got some good premium here for next week with Five Below. Five Below in Atlanta is damn near on every corner. And for those that live in Atlanta, I mean, obviously, and I'm pretty sure like Texas, I think St. Louis may got 3 Five Belows total. but Five Below is huge. It's my daughter's favorite store. And when you go in there, right, you feel good because you can buy everything in there. You know what I mean? Like when you can't be told no, like you can pick up a pair of headphones. They got some good quality stuff. You know what I mean? Stuff ain't bad. I like Five Below. It's a good atmosphere. But we all know COVID-19 is not going to hold Christmas down. COVID-19 is not going to hold Thanksgiving back. So Five Below. Now write this on your calendar. This is why I'm gonna show you Jeanette's spreadsheet, and I hope everybody was emailed that, because if you stay organized, you'll go back to Five Below in November and pick this up. You know why? Because Five Below will sell out of every box in the store. The profits that Five Below is gonna get in between November, December is gonna be astronomical. It's a good play to go in there and get you some options, but the options right now are not bad. Now, the travel and leisure sector is where, you know, a lot of people money got, I would say, trapped behind the closed door, and that's on the call side because everybody got those options, and then the second round of COVID news came out and it kind of caught everybody, including myself. I raised my hand to that, but I didn't panic only because I'll tell you this is what I've been doing every week, and I'm gonna go to it right now. RCL. And everybody see how I just picked that Five Below right off of that financial visualization list that I did, that screener that I ran. And that's just how easy it is. There's no magic to it. You just got to do the homework. Royal Caribbean. Nobody will ever cruise if Royal Caribbean goes down to $20 because I know nobody on this call. All right, because you probably won't have any money to pay for the ticket because they've taken it from you. All right, so here you go. Royal Caribbean, and I kind of shared this with Tony. About 3 weeks ago, Tony had one of those big months. Tony got on the first call that first week in July, and he looked like he had lost his brother. So I was like, I kind of knew it. That was that. I got caught at Royal Caribbean look. That was that look.
Yeah.
Tony got on like he really didn't want to be there.
No.
So we had to talk him through, talk him off the ledge there a little bit. So what I did was, so I'm on the call side here. Let me move you all around because I can't see. All right, so if anybody, I'm gonna do this because I want to make it clear, right? Because I know a lot of people need to understand this. So for one, Royal Caribbean pays a $73 dividend per share. So I want to point that out there. But due to COVID-19, they suspended their options. I mean, they suspended their dividends alongside of 100 other companies, right? Boeing being one of them. Boeing pays a $2 whole dollars per share before COVID came. So now that COVID's here, they suspended their dividends. So all of the airline stocks that were paying dividends suspended their dividends. Rightfully so. That was part of the stipulation for them taking that money for aid, and so they couldn't pay a dividend and take the government's money. So they took the government's money, and all the shareholders were told to just hold on. And so that's what we're currently doing. So no need for panic. Once again, and once you get in there, you start getting familiar with it. So somebody might say, "Hey, man, this is all fine and dandy right here, but I got caught up here, $70, right?" So my advice to you is, hey, I get that. You don't want to get too close, right? So most of the most prolific traders in the world, a lot of hedge fund managers, a lot of those guys, basically, they just had to pick up what they can pick up along with everybody else. So every Tuesday or every Wednesday, I just been going in and collecting something way out here to 56, 57, right? Because I know what's gonna happen. This happened last time, and I'm gonna show you what happened last time. Soon as everybody, I'm gonna go to chart. Soon as everybody thought that the coronavirus was under control, this little tick right here happened. Does everybody remember that's how we all got caught, right? Mm-hmm. We all got caught the minute they say, "Oh man, the cases are going down." New York removed the refrigerator trucks. Everybody was excited. Nobody was wearing masks. People were ordering Chinese food again. All that stuff. It was nice. It was beautiful. No offense to the Chinese, because I got Chinese friends.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. All right. So the stock went up, right? Everybody and their mother was texting, boy, do you see that Royal Caribbean? You see those premiums for Royal Caribbean? I even got the damn tweet buzz. I'm thinking, oh crap, I hadn't looked at it, right? So I go in, and next thing I know, I'm standing on the beach holding hands with Gerald, and the damn tsunami came. I'm thinking, hey, nobody checked the forecast on this day. So what happened was, as soon as we got up there, it was moving at 72. Like this, it closed at $75. I mean, the very next week, man, it was destruction. We couldn't get out the way fast enough. You know, we couldn't run down the hill fast enough. A lot of people got caught. So what I say is, hey, no harm, no foul, and this is why. And I got 400 shares of this, and I'm happy to have it. And I'll explain this right here. Because we did our due diligence and we did our fundamental analysis, nobody should be afraid, because we know the 52-week high was, where is it at?
There it is up there, $135.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So we already know Royal Caribbean before the COVID dip was trading at $135. We know that. That's a fact. I didn't make that up. I didn't pay anybody to put that there before I showed it to you. And another thing, so we got that going for us, right? We know that half of our 401k plans is holding that stock. There's 68% of institutional investors with this in their portfolio. They cannot just sell this, because they will be in the same canoe that Sabrina flipped over in. That's number one. Number two, if you go to their calendar, you know it's a good company because the last dividend was 78 cents. The only reason why they stopped paying it is because of COVID-19. They took the government's money and they could no longer provide a dividend because that was part of the rules. Everybody get that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, if you got it at $72, we already know that we don't want to get caught with this at 56. That's a no-no. We don't ever want to give nothing back cheaper than what we paid for it unless we have already doubled our money in option premiums. So here we go. There's nothing wrong with Tuesday, Wednesday, come out here and grab the $36. Don't just not put your shares out there. Come grab something, but be careful. Like, understand that, hey, when the COVID news comes back, guess what's going to happen to RCL? Not just RCL, but all the travel and leisure stuff is going to open up. And I don't make recommendations, but I think people are really sleeping on Delta Airlines. And I went in personally and bought a bunch of it because, not Delta, United, sorry. Because two things. The percentage held by institutions is not as high as I would like to see it, but it's there. It's okay for me. The 52-week high for this stock was $95. Anybody buying UAL right now has to understand you're buying it at a discount. Mm-hmm. You have to know when you see things on sale. Because in the past, our financial education growing up when we were young, we know when a shirt is on sale. We know when shoes are on sale. We know, when you're getting a good deal on a sandwich or whatever. But we need to know when we getting financial sales as well. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Kind of know when you see a financial sale. Because if you're on Dillard's right now, right, and they had a polo on sale for $10, you'll correlate that with a sale. Like your mind tells you, because you've been taught over the years growing up, that's a good deal. But when it comes to stocks, somebody might not look at this and go, "Oh, this is a great deal." This is an awesome deal if you're patient enough and depending on what your account balance is. Some people can't do it right now, but please understand you're looking at a deal. I'll write this down. We'll watch this video again in about 2 months, and you'll see that you may have missed out on the deal. Now, speaking of that, I didn't want to go too far. So, Chuck, I don't know where we left off with Angela Obasi. I can't. Tony, what's your brother's name? He's Billy. I got to get that, man. I won't forget that. And so, with that being said, I'm gonna show you all the leap process, right? So you don't have to use all of your capital to gain. So I'm gonna show you this, right? So I'm gonna use this same URL, Billy, Angela Obasi. I'm gonna use this same UAL, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with it. So I just showed you what the 52-week high was, correct? Everybody saw that?
Right.
UAL also pays a dividend, number 2. So I'm gonna come down here. This don't expire till January 21st, 2022. But we all know from exercising options that we don't have to wait till the expiration date to facilitate the deal. We can cancel this deal whenever we feel like it. I can get out of this deal as quickly as this stock reveals itself. So all I'm doing when I buy a leap, I am giving myself the time for the stock to return back to its resting place, which was at $100 and whatever dollars, right? Let's see.
135, I thought.
Yeah, I think it was 135.
Okay, so when I buy the leap, all I'm doing is saying to myself, I am going to give myself until January 21st of 2022 for the stock to go back to the $130 stock price. Now, what I want you to understand is you pay $1,175 to purchase that one contract, right? In a 2-year period, as that stock is returning back to that 52-week high, this right here will be 3 times the value. So instead of being $1,100, this number over here will change with the stock price at the current stock price as it moves up. So you will basically have a $35 call, but this number right here will be over $100. So the difference in between that and that new number is going to be possibly 3 times this amount. And you have almost got 1.5 years for that stock to return back. Now, who don't realize in 1.5 years that stock will be back? It would be north of the number it's currently sitting at today.
Absolutely.
When 9/11 happened, everybody swore they were never flying again. That quickly, we remember those times. But if I got to go to Chicago or I got to go to New York, I got to get on an airplane. Like we all recognize that we forgive but we don't forget. But we do understand that those things come and go, and we are just looking at one of probably I've never lived through an epidemic. I know I don't think you have either, Billy or Tony or Chuck. So
pandemic.
Yeah. So these are just some different times. But this is how these leaps are things that you could utilize when you don't want to use. So to buy a contract will cost $3,300. This is just a way to use a fraction of that to still put yourself in position to gain.
Now,
Does that make sense to everybody?
In this position, Delos, there's no premium with this, correct? They need to know that initially.
Yeah, so you don't collect the premium, you're paying the premium. But in return, if this stock goes, so basically I'll put it to you in layman's terms. If this stock goes to $70 in the next 60 days, this will have a 2 in front of it. Then you can so in this case, you are buying to open it, and when you're ready to get rid of it and get your money back, you're going to sell to close it.
Right. Buy is buy.
Yep. And so in your current state, in your current mind state, in your current training, you are hitting this button and you're basically selling to open your trades. Even on this side, you're selling to open your trades. But this is just a good way. So the whole travel and leisure sector, people are going to just start eating that up, because that was the just like this, they call it the stay-at-home stocks. So everybody know what those stay-at-home stocks were.
Zoom.
It was Zoom, Netflix. Roku.
Yeah.
Netflix was at $240 some until Corona came. Now look where it's at now. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Now let's look at the chart.
It's a lot of Netflix and chill.
Now look where Netflix in December, Netflix was $298. It started to gradually go up with COVID, right? COVID knocked everything down, like smacked everybody. Then it came down. The low was $294. Then as the news came, people could not leave their house and working from home. This thing just took off, man. And if you wasn't on that train, you just missed it. But you say, what's the difference between this time and this time? COVID. So what does everybody know is going to happen when they come out with a vaccination and they start issuing that out? I say, you need to pay more to the vaccination news than you do your account balance. Because that vaccination news, you don't even want to be in the option when that come out. You want to be the guy that's sitting on the sideline watching the price go up, so that once it stabilizes, you can then add your option onto that. And that'll drive you back up into where you were. But all it's going to take is some positive vaccination news, and Billy, you'll be back, that RCL, man, to be back up in that $72, $74, $75, $80 range, because the 52-week high is $135, and that's where it was at. And they pay a dividend. So it's not something to panic unless, people had all of their eggs in one basket. And then next week's meeting, I will talk about diversification. That way you can do a little bit of everything and not be all in one. I know I did get text a few questions. Hey, I got 30 grand. Can I just buy all one company? And I was like, absolutely not. Because if something happens, you want to be able to still get your little pieces out the market, not be all in the same company as well.
Right.
Yep. So there is, I do want to, I don't want to hold everybody. I just want to open it up. Anybody got any specific questions?
Hey, Delos, can you go back to the CZR, the option chain for that?
Oh, okay. Yep. I know you wanted to do that. My bad. Yeah, I had this Tony, man, back in the day, man.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was like $9.
Oh, man.
Hey, see, does everybody on this, I want everybody on this call to name this. What's this, y'all?
COVID.
COVID dip. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go to the options chain for the weekly. So I was looking at next week. It had actually two premiums. It had the NS by some of the strikes, which I thought was new stock, but I see it's a non-standard option. So for the week, they've got different option prices. It's got weekly, and then it's got weekly non-standard option.
Okay.
For the
31st.
July 31st. Yeah, July 31st.
Okay. All right. So I'll tell you, Tony, those non-standard options.
Mm-hmm.
So what has happened is part of this is due to that merger. So there may be some settlement of the two companies moving together. So there's some behind the scene type of activity going on here. So let me see. Hold on. I used to be able to tell. I might have to. Somebody asked this before.
Yeah, it just looked weird that all the premiums near the money or at the money were low, and then like at the 19 strike, back 15, 20, 25 away, it was $4 and $350. So it was just kind of weird.
Yep, and I bet you it's due to the merger, and I almost want to bet that they brought over all those option contracts that was in that other company, and they trying to figure out how to let those people who had because so Tony, you can do options way out here, right? If I had an options contract way out here, but in August this company merged with somebody else, then they got to figure out a way to pay me or do something or notify me that, hey, this is no longer going to be valid, or merge me into the new company's options chart. And I'm thinking that that's what happened with ERI and CZR.
Okay.
Because ERI had options contracts that they now got to put in here some way. Those still have to be honored.
Yeah.
But it does because they got all of this stuff up here, right? Yep. This looks, and so what's gonna happen is this is gonna readjust itself. You just looked at this today?
Yeah, because I'm looking at a 19 strike. That's $450 at a 19 strike, and I saw the NS, so I didn't know. I thought it was like say new stock, but I see it's was something different. So yeah, 19 strike is $450. And then when she get closer, like say, it's a whole lot cheaper. So.
Yeah, and see, it's got something to do with the price. It's got something to do with the price that ERI was, and the price of CZR, and they have to move those option contracts. So that's why this is, for whatever reason, up here. This is not valid. This came over from another sheet somewhere.
Okay. So we can't jump into that. So if I wanted to add a 19 strike, I can't jump into that, right?
I don't think they're gonna allow it.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna honor that because these are the real numbers right here.
Those are real numbers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not gonna honor that. I think they just use the sheet as a placeholder until they figure out what they're gonna do going forward. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if that won't be the only week that they have that. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so something is going on with the merger. Because I was gonna say, don't be surprised if that NS is gonna be on every week through the end of the year. And we go to the next week. Yep, it's in every week. That same crazy number. Those numbers are the same. They're readjusting something, Tony. All I'm gonna say. That's as much as I know. I could. We can call TD Ameritrade and get a much deeper answer if you like. But from what I know, these things typically happen.
Yeah, it makes sense now. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, with the merger of the company, and I think they just using this line up here as a placeholder until they figure out how they want to do those other options, because they got to bring that stuff over some type of way.
Delos, look down at 35 right there. You see at 35, it's 197.
Oh, right here?
Come down. No, that's go the other way. At 35 strike, was it 197? It was. And then go to, you see 35.5 is 60 up, 61.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They doing it's a lot of movement. Those mergers are they're very complicated. So it's gonna be some movement. But I will tell you this: when you get to the week of though, like if say this was that Monday of that week, all this will probably not be on here anymore. It'll be the real number. It'll be these numbers. Because even down here they got this jacked up. This is all got to be readjusted, but it's due to the fact that company, those two companies just merged. But all of this is kind of null and void. You own some of this, Tony?
No, I don't have any. I was just looking at it.
Yeah, but that's what that is.
Okay.
Angela, Obasi, you got anything? Glad you all joined us.
No, you answered my question about leap because I had just talked to Chucky about leaping.
Yeah,
I'm all good.
I like leaping. Okay, Obasi. Yeah, Angela. I like the leaps in these scenarios because of the current situation.
Right.
But when everything go back to normal, if it's a new company coming out, like so a lot of people they like Nikola, and I like the concept, and I've never seen a guy come into the market and get the money that they did. Let me show y'all this. This was crazy. This is why I say it's more. This guy ain't playing around. I know that he had some other companies in the past. And due to Chuck, I know Chuck has been doing a lot of research, Gerald watching videos and tweets, and Tony, I think Tony may have brought this to the group. Tony is doing a lot of research with a lot of the electric car stocks. There's another one, Tony, what is it, Helion?
Yeah, Helion, yeah.
Yeah.
Helion is a big one.
SHLL.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to be doing a merger also.
Okay, I'll go to that next. But I just wanted to show you all this, right? So this guy came into this merger and raised this money. That's unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
That's what threw the market into a tizzy, because that's a lot of cash to raise in the time that he did that.
He was up there with Ford, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you go to Ford, let's go to Ford Motor Company and look at their market cap.
Yeah.
27. Now, how long Ford been around, y'all?
Yeah.
Long time.
That's why I say the money he raised was impressive compared to the other car companies that are out there. And so when that happened, I was like, the premiums were good. I wouldn't say, hey, stay out of it. I'm just saying, hey, as the news come out, kind of be backed away from that price point a little bit, and go in and do a leap. Like right now that it's low. See, a lot of people went in and did leaps when it was at 93 because they was talking Nikola versus Tesla.
Yeah,
and all of that jazz.
Yeah, I've got one now. Now it's 65. I got one at 65.
Right. So now that it, 40. Yeah, you is it at 40? I thought it was at 30. Who you got that?
I did one Monday at 40 before.
Okay.
Yeah, what do we do?
So we'll go so everybody can see what I'm talking about. All right. So and when you so and you might want to write this down, right? Because I get it. I still sometimes get it confused. When you are selling a call or put option, when you are selling an option, you want the shortest time frame possible. When you are buying a option, you want the longest time possible. That's why leaps, when you're buying a leap, you don't want to buy a leap here because you buy a leap basically saying the cola going to be at over $34, but it's not going to be at $60 by next Friday. It could be, but you're taking a chance. So where you want to go is the furthest time away because it gives you 2 years to make that same transition happen. So yeah, you spend $1,700, right? But in 2 years, Nicola might be at $500. You mess around and get 20 grand for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to wait 547 days to exercise your contract. If Nicola go to $500 tomorrow, get out tomorrow. Even though the expiration date is 547 days away, you don't have to wait till that expire to get your money. You get out tomorrow. If it go at $500 tomorrow, get out tomorrow. End it. Sell to close it.
Sell to close. Okay.
Sell to close. You bought to open it. You bought it to open it. You're going to sell to close it. And once again, you do not have to wait 547 days. What you did there was bought yourself the time for the price to go up. So you bought time for it to rise back to where it was when everybody was all excited about it. The 93, dollars, 96, $98 range. So those are the things you do when the market go down. You don't run because you are in a good company. You know what I mean? So like that's why I tell people don't go off of hype stocks. Do your homework. Do that fundamental analysis. Don't ever have a buddy have him tweet you a pharmaceutical company and then you take 50 grand and buy it. And they never came up with something that can compete with the aspirin. You know what I mean? And now your money tied up. So what you want to do is in Nicola, you excited about it. You excited about what they're doing. The guy raised a ton of money. Buy you a leap in that. Same thing with Delta. Delta down. You don't have to take your whole 3,000 and buy a contract if you don't want to. You don't have to buy a put contract a seller put contract or a seller call contract. You can go out and do your leap, a couple leaps, 3 leaps, 4 leaps. You got people that do 10 leaps at a time, but their accounts are much larger. Their mindset has been financially in that space for a little bit longer. And like I said, we have to just get better at identifying sales, because like growing up, right, you get $2,000, you couldn't wait to go purchase something or buy a car or have your new sneakers on or whatever. And now that you're learning this, right, how many people, I would say by just a raise of hands, so we'll have everybody talking, if you knew about trading options 10 years ago or five years ago, you would have invested the money that you received a little bit more differently than you have in the past. There you go. Mm-hmm. And so it's an exciting time. I would just say if anybody's going to invest in the travel or leisure at this moment, just go ahead and get you a leap and wait for Roku Billy to come back. I'm with you.
No, I got American.
American Airline?
Yeah.
He's got American.
Let's see.
He's got American.
I got American too.
Yeah.
Got American, Royal Caribbean, Carnival.
I got American in the play.
Hold on. What's American?
AAL.
Yeah, AAL.
Oh, I got UAL. My bad.
You got a United.
Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Because Billy looked like he about to go see Tony later. Say that, Tony. You gave him that advice?
No, man. I don't talk to him, man.
All right. All right. Let's hold on. So let's see. I want to see if they paid a dividend, which I think they did. Okay. Yeah. So it's just 10 cents. It's low, but we okay. We all right.
Yeah.
So Billy, I have to ask, right? So I can provide advice. You didn't take your whole portfolio and put it in here, did you?
Yeah, I did most of it. I did like 5 contracts.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's see how we can benefit from that. Hold on. Let me go back. Where is it? Okay, 34. All right. Doo-doo-doo. And do you mind if I ask what price point it was that you
18.5.
18.5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So let me look at the RSI. Because what you can do, Billy, really simply, hold on, let me see. 12, that's $1. Let me see. Let me look at this chart one more time. Because if you're willing to go, if you're willing to not do weeklies and maybe do a bi-weekly or maybe a tri-weekly, hold on, let me just see. So I'm gonna go to a 1-day chart because I just want to see the volume. So at 10 o'clock we got 11:05. What's the high? This is 12:08 and 11:77. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. So have you been doing any contracts, or you was afraid that it might?
No, I'm at a 15 right now. I put it out there at 15.
15. So you probably got a little bit of nothing for it, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see if we can fix that. Yeah, 15. Currently, but I know the number has changed since then. It's so low right now. So let's do this. All right. So what we might have to do for you, Billy, is what's the 14th? All right. So what we can do, Billy, is I feel comfortable. So you got 506 here. Hold on. So when you did it at 15, what it was like $10?
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
So you collected $50. All right. So I say this, Billy. I would, and we can talk about this offline. So you see all this open interest right here? Well, I ain't mean to highlight all that, but the open interest, this column right here. So you got a lot out here at the 12. You got a lot out here at the 12.5. The volume at $12 out here is 78. I would say that you probably, instead of collecting that $10 premium, I suggest that you come out here and grab the $30. Grab the 13.5 instead of doing that little $10 per contract, because that way that'll give you $150.
Okay.
And you may have to leapfrog a little, but let me do the very next week. Because if we're gonna do it week by week, then just grab this 15, grab this 13.5 for next week, and grab the $15 and do the $15 time your 5 contracts, and just keep getting that until it go back.
Okay.
Just make sure you got your alert on and keep an eye on it.
But, yeah, that's why I didn't want to go too low, That's why I did like 15.
Yeah, because and then so team, I'm asking everybody on here to please, any vaccination news, get that into that text as soon as possible. I don't care where it come from. If it's fake news, if whatever it is, let us decipher it. If you see something and somebody pass something around on Facebook or Twitter or whatever it is, just get it into the text, because it'll help everybody out. Because if you got something strong, I suggest that you hold off that Monday instead of getting caught, because that we already saw what that when everybody thought that first round of Corona was over with, all these travel and leisure stocks ran through the roof, and that's pretty much how we all got caught the first time, right? Everybody got caught behind the door because the positive news drove the positive the public sentiment was positive on the virus, and it drove the market to kind of return to where the stocks was came from. So I would say, you know, don't leave them on the sideline, but do collect these little premiums until they come back. And hopefully by the time they come back, all the premiums that you have received thus far, it'll be reflected in your end all balance. And so don't panic, don't run. You know, it's just the COVID thing, man, is hit the travel and leisure sector pretty hard. Other stuff is doing, you know, pretty much BAU, I would say. But all the airline stocks will come back. Just hold tight.
Right.
Keep collecting the premiums that you can. Like I say, don't get too close. If you got travel and leisure, don't get too close because it's going to dry the market up.
Right.
Completely. Yeah. So, does anybody have anything else before we close? Everybody good this week?
All good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I just saw Keith. I don't know how long you been on, man. We had a pretty good meeting. Did you get your time? Oh, you been on?
I got here about the last what? I got on at 7:30. I thought y'all started at 7:30, so I'm a little delayed.
Oh, okay.
No Eastern time now.
Well, I'm just gonna share in the beginning what I had shared. I'm just gonna share this in closing that I shared in the beginning. So anybody that has their 401k that wants to use a portion of their money to do trading with on their own, there is what you call a brokerage link that you can utilize to use a portion of your money. I'll log back in so you can see it. And a lot of people didn't know, like if you got a 401k at your job, a lot of people thought they just had to leave that money there and let the Fidelity do all the work. Right here, you hit this quick links and you hit brokerage link. When you go to hit brokerage link, it'll set you up an account just like you got with TD Ameritrade. It'll just be with Fidelity.
Mm-hmm.
And you could take a portion. So if you got 300,000, you can just transfer over 50 and they'll let you trade options with it just like you're trading options with your TD Ameritrade account. You'll just have a separate account. You'll have two. You'll have your TD Ameritrade and you'll have your brokerage link account through Fidelity. Everybody got that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. For Keith's sake, anybody that has to drop, go ahead. I just want to share this with Keith since he got on a little late. So Keith, on the weekly list, right? People wanted to know, and I do these screeners every time I log in. So when you have people wanted to know, hey, where do I go get a full list of all the stocks that are traded as weekly options? You can go to the SIBO.com and it's got available weeklies. Once you hit that, it'll download to this, it'll basically download to an Excel spreadsheet, which Keith, I'll show you right here. You writing something down, Keith? I'll wait for you.
Okay, I'm ready. Thanks.
Okay. So then you go here, and Keith, all it does is when you download that from the SIBO, it'll put it on a spreadsheet like this.
Okay.
And so you see that there's no prices, there's no numbers, there's no anything, right? So basically, I copied and paste. These are all the stocks that have weekly options against them. So basically, I just copied and pasted, right? Copy and paste it, and then I go to this. It's called FinViz. Here it is. So basically, I just take that Keith, and I copy and paste everything into that ticker symbol, and I hit enter. And what it does is spits it all out where I get the sector that it's in, the industry that it's in, the country, the market cap, the price, everything that I need to make a kind of fundamental analysis. And so you can even break it down by price, right? So I'll take it back to, so depending on your capital, you can come in here and you can get the $5 stocks, but you know that all these are option traded stocks because you got the list from the SIBO.
Okay.
So it kind of gives you a little quick snapshot of, hey, these are all the companies that are trading that I can do weekly contracts in. Here's the cost, and if you can correlate the cost just by clicking this button up here, and it'll put it in order for you. So you can so for instance, if I go to the next screen, it's just going to go from 411 to 417, and so on and so forth. And these are all the companies that are traded here. And I just use this in addition to my TD Ameritrade account. So I just wanted to show you that, Keith.
Yeah, appreciate it. That helps.
And then do you know how to run a screener on the TD Ameritrade app itself?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you already know how to do that. Okay.
I do, yeah.
All right, so that was pretty much a high-level view of what we kind of talked about. So next week, I'll text everybody kind of what the format is going to be, things that we can go over. And just so I'm not talking, right, I'm probably going to ask that we throw a few things out there that you all want to cover. That way I can prepare for it and we can have that information when you all log on. So
Delos, before you finish up, can you go over RSI with me? I think I got confused.
Okay, actually it should be one right here. All right. So all right, let's do this AAL. Okay, all right. Yeah. So basically let me move you all over here. So when we first started out, Uncle Gerald was like, hey, what tools, can we use to kind of determine the direction of the market, so to speak.
Right.
And so I was just using these are moving averages here, these simple moving averages. So when Gerald asked the question, right, I was like, well, this is all I was comfortable with. So I kept rolling with it. And so what happens is with the moving averages, and I'll segue this into the RSI, is when this line, when the 20 crosses over the 200, then the stock is going in a northern direction. When the 20 comes back down and crosses back over the 20 again, then the stock is moving in a downward direction. So as you can see, as soon as this crossed right here,
right,
the stock moved up with it. And so right here, it's pretty much, you don't know which direction this stock is going in currently, because, and I'll explain it in the RSI too, these lines are pretty much going in parallel at the moment. So there's really not a direction of it at the moment. But if I look down here, it kind of shows the same thing. So the RSI, Angela, is when a stock is oversold, the only place for it to go is for it to go into an overbought direction, which is up above. So you have these two perforated lines right here. When a stock is trading in between those two, it's considered to kind of be neutral. It's just trading sideways at that point.
Okay.
But when a stock becomes overbought, which is up in this gray area, it may stay overbought, but eventually it's gonna do what? Come down and be oversold again. So all stocks do is go from being an overbought situation to an oversold situation. And as you learn that, what you're trying to do is catch it when it's in an oversold situation, buy a bunch of it and let it and ride it back to overbought, because you know it's going there, right? So I'll show you this. Let me see. What happened? We'll do BA. I like BA.
So Delos, just real quick, what's the best chart? What's the best chart to look at? Because all the charts are different, from the 1 day, 1 hour to the 1 year. I mean, which one do you normally pull back and look at to actually get on board a strike?
Good question. So I normally look at the 10-day. I look at a 2-week. I look at a 2-week picture. That because pretty much if I'm trading weekly options, right? I want to get my week-to-week view. I look at the 52-week high, right? So I know what it was back in the past. I'm just looking for that little movement during those 2 weeks. So what I do is I'll do a 10. You can just come here and hit the 10-day, and it'll give you that same picture. Angela, right here, the 20 crossed up over the 200, and the stock did what? Went up. As soon as that momentum came and it crossed back down, the stock did what?
Went down.
Went down. And if you follow this chart down here, right? So you go from being overbought, then the stock does what? Oversold.
Okay.
So if I buy it when it's in the oversold status, guess where it's going?
Going up.
We know from the history, right, that it's doing what?
Going up.
Then what's gonna happen after everybody done sold off? Then what's gonna happen?
It's gonna drop
down. Then it may due to the news, it may dribble sideways like it did right here.
Okay.
And guess what? That little dribble sideways don't take a whole lot of time. If you look up here, that dribble sideways was just one day. It was July the 14th through the 15th.
Right.
Right. So then on the 15th, guess what it did? It went from being basically neutral to overbought. It dribbled and overbought for a day, and guess what it did?
Drive.
Oversold. Now that it's oversold, so you follow me there? So guess what? Let's go to the end. Now it's in a neutral status, but it's coming from a overbought.
So
right. So it should be
You
coming
had to
down. So
guess, it should come down.
if we had to take an educated guess, it would be coming down. Yep. And once it comes down, if we had to take an educated guess, it will be doing what? Going back up.
Going back up.
This a little bit better. RSI.
Okay.
Yep. And that's how I look at the RSI. And so, and this is what I was saying in this research and ideas, when you go to screeners, and I always use the stock one. This is what I was trying to tell everybody back a little while ago. Well, create a screen.
And it's in the middle.
And when I create these screens, Angela, I always go to the price first. That's the most important thing to me.
Right.
So I'll hit that. Then I'll hit dividends. So I'll pick in between 20 and 30. I want something with a dividend. I'll pick 5 and 8%. So right, I think this is it. Okay. So under this title, right, you see it says technicals. So the thing is, they have all these are technicals, right? All of these things help people make a decision. That's all they are.
Right.
It just helps you make a decision. So what I just read, what we just discussed with the RSI is right here.
Okay.
The relative strength index. So basically, this was one that I felt like everybody could pretty much follow. See, you got Bollinger Bands, you got all this stuff, right? But if you can't understand it, it's no use to you.
Exactly.
So if you can understand RSI, then why not use it? All of these things, right? So we don't have to be the smartest. We don't have to know what all of this stuff means, right? We know one thing. These are just technical tools that help everybody make a decision. So if I pick one and that's the tool that I use to help me make a decision, then that's the one I use.
Okay.
So that's primarily that's how I use this RSI. So
you don't once it goes to over bought. Is that right? I think I wrote it down right.
Yeah, overbought or oversold.
Yeah, but I want to purchase when it's over bought. Or is it oversold? Where did I write that at? Oversold.
Oversold, it should be going up, yeah.
Oversold, I need to buy because then it should be going up, right?
Yep, and if you're an options trader, right? If you on the call side, so I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
If you on the call side and you watching that chart, and this is what I was going to do with Billy too. Matter of fact, I'll do this with Billy's stock. No, he had
American Airlines.
AAL.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's see. All right, so we got AAL up there, right? And I'm going to put AAL. Let me put this down here for a second. And I'll do AAL up here. And this is AAL here. So if I go to this chart and I do like what Gerald asked, I like the 10-day. So when I tell you I look at this RSI before I make a trade, because right now it's predicted that this stock, and if you look at this line,
right,
the stock appears that it could be, it's trading neutral in the RSI. So it's, and when I say neutral, so let me explain this too, Angela. When I say neutral, anything in between this 30 and the 70 is considered neutral. Right. And once it goes above the 70 and below the 30, it's being overbought and oversold. So if I had to look at this right here in the direction of that green line, and if I look at the direction of this green line, I would say that the stock may take a little dip up. Meaning, if it's taking that dip up, but he's already within the current week, right? So then we have to wait till next week to see what happens with the RSI and the chart before we make a decision on trading the option next week. And this is why this is important. So if I go to, let me see where they go. If I go to the options chart, and this helps, this lets me know how close I can and cannot get. All right. So on this chart, let me go to all. And I'll go to the 8-day. All right, so right here, if we watch the RSI and we say, hey, the stock look like it may take a little run up, then that takes away Billy's ability to come into any of these territories because the stock is going to move up on him. And if the stock moves up on him, then all he did was put himself in position to have to buy it back within the first 2 days of it trading. So what I typically do is to avoid some of that, to avoid some of that constant movement and fear in some cases, I just typically wait till Monday is over with. I go in on Tuesday. I used to, and I tell Gerald this, and you can watch some of the past videos, I couldn't wait to start trading. Hell, I was trying to be the first guy there at 8:31 on a Monday. I couldn't wait to go in, and then what I was doing too, if I had $10,000, I was trying to use the whole 10. And so what I quickly learned is I needed to leave some of that money on the sideline just in case I need to buy it back. And so what happened was I got trapped in contracts because I didn't have enough money. I couldn't get money into the account I couldn't get it into the bank, transfer from the bank into the account fast enough to even buy the contract back. So I got stuck in deals. And so I'll tell everybody, hey, if you got 10,000, only use 8 of that. Leave 2,000 back just in case you got to buy back a little bit. And so let me explain what buying back is, right? A lot of people think buying back is giving back money. What buying back allows you to do is, if the stock is trading at, if you got a 13 strike price, right, and you collected this $23, right?
Right.
But the stock moves up to $15 and it costs you $200 to get that back. You know why you're not worried?
Because they gave you.
Because you're gonna get you're gonna buy it back. You're gonna give them that $200 back, right? 23 of that was their money anyway. The reason why you don't care is because when I go and set my new strike price with my new contract, I'm also gonna pick up that $200 in appreciation value that it moved up. So I don't care about giving them the $200 back. It don't bother me because the stock moving from 13 to 15, that's $200 move right there. So if I gotta pay them $200 to get out the contract that I set, so be it. I'm gonna collect the $200 back when I go back and reset it and grab my new premium.
Okay.
So when people are afraid to go in and go, oh man, I don't want to get too close. I understand that. That's what you've been taught. That's what Gerald and Chuck should have taught you. Don't get too close. But in these cases where you have these contracts and the stock fail, you can still go in and get your premium. Like I was explaining to Billy, I feel comfortable especially Billy for next week to go in here and do 5 contracts at that price and just keep collecting it until until the price come back or you can't collect it anymore, but to still get it,
Right. Okay.
And I'll spend $1,500 to get out of a deal. But the stock had moved up $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Boeing stock. So let me show you. But that's why you want to leave a few dollars on the sideline. I know a lot of traders, they try to exhaust every penny, but they don't leave themselves any room for error.
Right.
Because if the stock blow past you, you can't even help yourself by buying it back and moving back with it.
Right.
Well, I hope NKLA don't catch me tomorrow. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I'm already caught. I'm caught.
I'm caught too. I'm caught.
Me
I
too.
got 45 strikes. I'm caught.
Hey, but
I don't care. I'm going over there and get my print. I don't even care.
So what's
let's use that as an example.
So Angela, what strike you at, Angela?
33.5.
Okay.
Oh, you caught. You gonna be caught.
Gerald. I ain't gonna put that. Hey, Gerald, you supposed to be support group.
I do want to talk about that. I want to talk about the getting caught and moving so it doesn't catch you. Like it's in the money, but I didn't wait till it expired. I moved it out. I did like rolling trade. So if we have some time to talk about that, we can. I did that with Nicola.
All right. So, all right, we're gonna talk about Nicola. All right, so here we go.
I can get up and
all right.
Anytime you want. Okay, I got
So you, Angela, you on the put side?
Yeah, I'm on the put.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Let's see. All right, right here, 1 day to expiration. So it's trading at what was it? It's trading at 34.22 right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And where are you at?
I'm at 33.5.
33.5. So she's right there. Yeah.
You right there.
I'm right on.
Oh, you right here?
You right there.
Yeah.
It may go up tomorrow.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping.
I'm thinking with the new factory, they had the opening for the factory today.
Right.
So,
Yep. It may not, but in that case though, if you get it if this stock is so volatile, y'all, it's gonna be volatile for a while.
Yeah. I'm going to a leap.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to a leap.
There you go.
Yeah, but I tell you what, if they get put to you next week, just come over here
on the call side and
get you what's this? Get you $240 for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't no sense of running.
Nope.
Matter of fact, if you don't want them, I'll buy them from
Right.
Dude, I got three contracts on the put side right now.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'm saying.
I got 3 on the put side right now.
All side.
No.
Yeah.
I'm on the put side.
You're gonna get
where you at, Chuck?
Put and be on the call.
I got 39, 41, and 44 strike.
41 and 44. Yeah.
Oh, well, you
Oh, you caught.
Oh yeah.
I ain't even worried.
We got enough room over here. Come on.
I'm at 35 and 37. So yeah.
Hey, and Carmi showed her. Hey, this stock's so volatile. Tomorrow, Nicole can go up to $60.
Yeah.
Hey, for real.
I hope. Yeah.
For real.
All y'all be sitting there like, man, I had the school close to it.
Hey, Commissioner, what'd you tell me last week? Come get some of that money.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Hey,
real.
my friend ain't on here, but Dana Bean has inspired me. Yeah, I wouldn't ride a motorcycle with Dana, but boy, I love her ambition.
Yeah.
Dana's strong with it. Shit, Dana say, shit, I'm going in the money. She say,
running the fire.
Yeah, I'm not only going back, I'm diving in the pool in here. Dana be in here.
That's right. She said, I'm getting that big premium. I'm getting that premium.
Hey, stop talking about my sister.
Dana say she don't care what the car look like when she get done driving it, as long as she enjoyed the ride.
Ain't lying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys. I think my wife, she walking back and forth like a vulture.
Hey, who put out the text on the first black-owned stock exchange? I haven't read the article yet.
That was Jeanette.
Jeanette did. Okay, I haven't read the article yet, but so
that's discouraging.
I got one favor to ask before I get off. Hey, Gerald.
So they got webinars next week. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, send out the
spreadsheet.
Send out the new date for Vegas in November, and send out the spreadsheet.
Will do.
And those who can attend, I strongly advise you that it'll be one of the best things you ever did.
Okay.
Okay. They changed the date to November from August.
Yeah, they moved it on us, Keith. They due to the COVID-19.
Okay.
Are we still going to get the interactive stuff free then, so we can go on, or we had to pay for that?
It was either or. It's either or.
Okay.
What you mean, either or? They said if you push it to November,
they're going to go ahead
do the virtual August the 16th and come in.
Yeah, that's not what I read, but that's fine.
Well, I thought it was optional too.
She told me.
Yeah, I was kind of confused on that. Yeah, it seemed like you had the options of doing the virtual November or next year.
The three things I read was if you take the virtual one, they're going to add 6 to 8 master classes onto your standard pass for that. And you can also catch it on demand if you can't catch it live.
Right.
Or you can choose to move your pass to the November date. In worst case, you can get a credit up to due to expire August 2021.
Yeah, for next year, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I talked to her on the phone, she told me that she could move me to November and they would still give me access to the virtual for August.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, I don't know.
That's great.
That's the deal, if that's the deal.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I'll call Kathy and verify that. That'd be great if that happens.
Well, I don't know if she talked to you guys, but I talked to her for a minute.
I spoke to her and I got an email from her. So I was reading the email where it said that, but I did talk to her about refunds.
Yeah, no, Sabrina is right and Chuck is right. The emails say one thing, but when you talk to Kathy, if you ask her, she'll tell you, no, you get access. But I heard both. Both of y'all are absolutely correct. The email say what Sabrina just said. Yeah. But if you talk to Kathy physically and you have to ask her the question, then she'll say, no, we'll let you look at the virtual. But she may have been confused herself. She confused me because I'm thinking, why would you do that? And I didn't get it. But I'm looking forward to going in November. Those little meetings, man, those conventions are so helpful. And you get to ask the most dumbest question you can muster.
And I know you got some, Delos.
I won't ask any more dumb ones.
Hey, no. And the thing is, the guy, I started asking questions because the guy singled me out. He said, hey, why you so quiet? He said, you don't have no questions? I said, no, sir. He said, well, won't you come up here and teach this class since you know everything? I said, damn. And that's when I started asking all kind of dumbass questions. I was like, what's a stock option? Can anybody do it? And say, shit, I thought I was in this class to learn how to make brown swagger.
But actually,
But no,
November works better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured it would.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of the people who were being brought along in the second class can now, I mean, by November they'll be ready. So I suggest that all that can attend, please do.
Okay.
And if oh, Gerald, make sure they get that spreadsheet. Yeah, and if anybody that can hear my voice, please start using it. It's pretty helpful. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I keep it on a thumb drive in my pocket all the time. Yeah, everybody saw that.
You got a thumb drive and a flip phone.
Hey, Dello.
Yeah.
Hey, Dello.
Little bit of the old, little bit of the new.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But you can just download your statement, man.
I know, but it's easier for me to keep it on this thumb drive, and I know what I did. So, like, if Keith say, "Hey, what you do all of June?" I can just copy and paste what I did and send it to her. I got, instead of going there downloading it, trying to decipher, because it's a lot more information on there, and we kind of simplified it on the spreadsheet. And I can keep it on the thumb drive.
Close
Chuck,
back.
you like that?
You ain't watching that statement balance though.
Hey, whatever works, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
I support that.
And stop watching your account balance. It's not gonna grow. Anybody just sitting there taking snapshots of their account balance is doing it wrong.
Hey, I need to get Jeanette over here to hear that again, baby. Say Jeanette. Say Jeanette, do you call and get an appraisal on your home every day? You got to say, babe, you got to stop doing that. Yeah. Hey,
Every day. How much money we make, babe?
Yeah, I know.
Where's the numbers at?
Hey, Chuck,
We all been there.
tell her we working on a monthly view. Not a daily view, a monthly view.
Yeah.
A 30-second view.
Yeah, we're not day traders.
Yeah. Say Jeanette check her balance every 15 minutes. Yeah. See, see, y'all better than me, man. Cause see, this is what my wife used to ask me. You just tell me if I got to get a second job.
Oh. Wow.
She didn't say if, it was when.
When.
Right.
Yeah.
He said, "No, baby, we doing okay."
Yeah. If she saw a 12-pack in the icebox and a whole fifth of Jack Daniel, she knew I was that much closer to us all being on the street. And I was practicing being homeless in the basement.
Speaking of homeless, I see Angela, you homeless, huh?
Yep, I'm a bag. Your house next.
Hey, come on! Now you sold your house. Now you got all that money. Yeah, we'll take you in.
Yeah,
I know how much you sold it for. Hey, come on.
You don't know what you don't know what I sold it for.
Hey, Angela, that comes from getting your appraisal done every day. Tell Jeanette.
Right.
All right, man. God bless y'all. I got to get out of here.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Later.